What's up guys, so this will be the only guide you'll ever need on e-com email marketing flows to generate 20 to 25% of your total revenue on autopilot. So let's get straight to it. Now in this guide we will cover what are email flows and why are they even important, their most important flows to your e-com brand, every single little detail you need to know about each flow with examples, so everything in full depth, a video tutorial of me setting up all of the flows one by one in Klaviyo, tips to get the most out of your flows and how to keep optimizing them so you can make sure you're not leaving a penny on the table, and finally a limited time offer to get a free full welcome flow for your e-com brand. So what the hell are email flows? For the people who don't know, flows are email sequences that are sent automatically by a software, usually Klaviyo for e-com brands, to a person when he or she does a specific action on your website, on your online store, right? So for example, let's say you wanted to buy cereals from the cereal brand called I'll Eat. So you go to their website, you add your favorite cereals to your cart, and you go to checkout. At checkout, you fill out your information, but for whatever reason, you don't end up placing your order and you just leave the website. You leave the checkout, right? So what this brand will do is they will set up an automated email sequence, a flow, in this case the abandoned checkout flow, that will automatically send you an email, let's say an hour after you left the website, and it will look something like this. So it will basically be from the angle of, hey, you didn't finish your order, your favorite cereals are just a few clicks away, click here to finish your order, right? And the whole point of this email is to get you to click on the CTA here, go back to checkout and buy. So again, flows are emails that are sent automatically to a person when that person triggers a specific metric, so when that person does a specific action on your website. And the whole point of flows, usually but not always, is to sell. So why are they so important? So flows are the dream of every e-commerce business owner because they typically generate 20 to 25% of store's total revenue while being completely automated and cost less than pennies on the dollar. Plus, they help increase the satisfaction of your customer's journey and retain your customers for longer by talking to them at every point of the customer journey pre and post purchase. And of course, not to mention the amount of abandoned cart and abandoned checkout revenue that is saving that would otherwise be left on the table. From just a quick Google search, we can see that over 70% of all online shopping carts are abandoned in 2024, and that trend will only keep on rising in 2025. Alright, so now that we understand what are email flows and why are they so important, let's check out the 10 most important flows to your e-com brand. So we have the welcome flow, site abandonment, browse abandonment, abandoned cart, and abandoned checkout. Those are two different flows. People usually mix them up as one. Post purchase or upsell flow, the replenishment reminder, VIP, winback, and sunset flow. Now we'll cover these 7 points about each flow individually, and this is literally everything you need to know. So how is it triggered? What's the point of the flow? How long you want to make it? So how many emails do you want to have in that sequence of emails? And what to include in each email, in those emails, plus time delays, right? Some quick examples, how to set up in Klaviyo, a video tutorial of me setting it up, and finally important notes and tips to fully optimize the flow, right? Alright, so let's start with probably your highest revenue contributor flow, and that's the welcome flow. It's triggered when a person joins your list, usually by a pop-up or the email input field on your website. The whole point of the flow is to deliver the offer people signed up for, usually some kind of a discount, nurture and educate the person on your brand so that they can like and trust you more and eventually buy from you. You want to make it about 8 emails long, at least 4. We usually have anywhere between 6 to 10 emails for our clients, including evergreen campaigns, which I'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, so what to include in each email. For the first email, now there's a reason this email will probably have the highest open rates out of all of the emails in your account, in your Klaviyo account, including campaigns and flows, because people are incentivized to open. So what happened is probably somebody went to your website, they saw a pop-up, the pop-up was like, hey, give us your email, we'll give you 10% off or X% off. The person was like, bet, they entered their email, and the next page of the pop-up told them, great, thank you for signing up. Please go check your email inbox to find the email with your discount code, right? So the person is actively opening their email inbox, looking for your email to find the discount code within, right? So you want to give them the offer they sign up for as early as possible in the email, ideally in the about the flow section, so the first section, a section people see when they open the email without the need to scroll down, right? Besides that, and why you want to do that? Firstly, because maybe someone is in their maybe they have a buying intention, right? Maybe they're in the buying journey and you don't want to interrupt it, right? So you don't want to make the email unnecessarily too long or bury the discount code somewhere. So just give it to them so that they can click on the email, go back to the website, choose the product they like, enter the discount code and buy, right? But besides that, you want to welcome the people and tell them about your unique selling points, how your products are different from your competitors, and guide them to your product section. So that's it for the first email. Now, for the next two emails, we like to build more connection and trust. Specifically, with the second email, we like to do a brand story and mission or letter from the founder. Now, these could also work as a plain text or just a classical graphic based, like a design email. So here it's you want to make a connection by telling them about your story and why you even started your brand. Important thing here is to not make it boring and actually tie it to them and make it all about them, so that they can know how does your product benefit them. For example, let's say you were selling whey protein, right? Let's say you were a skinny guy in high school or in college and you wanted to get jacked. So you started learning about protein, and then you discovered like this revolutionary whey protein formula, whatever, right? So your ideal client profile, the person who is reading your email, is probably the same guy with the same problems you had when you started your brand in this example, right? It's probably some guy trying to get jacked and he knows he needs protein to get bigger muscles and stuff like that, right? So he will resonate with you and therefore like you more, because we tend to like people that are alike, right? So yeah, there you will build a connection with them and they will trust you more. And trusting you more is one of the main steps for a person to buy from you, right? Okay, but besides that, for the next email, we have to do some more social proof and more testimonials just to stack some more trust. So now that you help your reader feel more understood with your previous email, it's time to build more trust. And but what better way to do so than by showing him all the other people who have the same struggle as him, now showing them with your product. So again, let's go back to the whey protein example. You have testimonials being like, yeah, I was too skeptical about whey protein. I tried different whey protein formulas, but this one really killed it for me. The brand is awesome, stuff like that, right? So the person reading it could be like, yeah, I have the same problem. I'm in the same position as this guy, and as this guy in the testimonial was, and he solved the problem I have in this case with the product this brand is selling. In this case, the whey protein, right? Yeah, I hope I didn't confuse it too much, but you get the point. All right, for the next one, we like to use a more direct approach type copy. So here we like to do a bestsellers promotion or a problem meets solution email, so kind of mix of those two. So here, call out their pain points and tie it back to how your product can solve them and how is it unique and different. For example, let's say you're selling sleeping pills and you know that people who are in the market for sleeping pills have a problem that the effect falls off after using it for some time, for a couple of days, for example, or a week or whenever. You can use this as an angle to show how they won't have that problem with your sleeping pills because of maybe, like, let's say the average sleeping pill has 100 milligrams of melatonin, but yours have 200 milligrams or anything like that, right? Now here, the funny thing is you don't really have to make your product better. You just have to make it different, right? Because unless you're a pioneer in your industry, of course, there are brands before you who are making the same product as you, and the person tried that product, in this case, let's say the sleeping pills, but it just didn't work out for them. So what they're trying now is something new, some novelty, in a hope that this new product will solve their problem. So yeah, here it's really important to use novelty factor, novelty, like make it a new selling mechanism, right? Come up with a new angle. But yeah. All right, that's it for the email 4. And for the next one, we like to remind the people for the welcome offer, right? Let's say that you were giving people 10 or 15% off when they sign up. You can say, so just remind them that the offer is signed up for expires today, and if they miss out, it's gone for good. And then guide them to your product session for which they can use the offer. So yeah, really simple, really quick. And also you can mention in the first email, if you want, you can say the offer expires in 5 days, right? And make sure it just aligns with the time before they receive this email, right? So 5 days in this example. 5 days in this example. All right, next one is an evergreen campaign. Now, before I explain more, let's just explain what do I mean by an evergreen campaign. By an evergreen campaign, I mean campaign that did really well numbers, and by numbers I mean sales, the only important metric, right? And the important thing here is to make it usable for any time of the year, right? It cannot be a sales or a holiday themed or anything. It definitely cannot be a Black Friday because you want to use it for the entire year in your flow. You don't want to send people Black Friday offers in the middle of July, right? So yeah. So obviously, if you're just starting out, you probably don't have any campaigns, let alone campaigns that did insane numbers. And in that case, you can go for another problem meets solution email like we talked about here. But if you've done campaigns in the past and one did crazy numbers, again, not a promo campaign, not a sales one or anything, use it for your welcome flow, because the chances are if your earlier subscribers loved it, the new subscribers will too, because they are the people of the same interest and that's your products. Alright, so 48 hours after that one, we like to introduce a new exclusive stronger incentive for a limited time of 48 hours. Now this one is kind of a Hail Mary, it's like a last attempt to get the person to buy. If your original offer was 15% off, try giving them 20% off or free shipping or a gift with purchase. A lot of different stuff you can test. So you can test a lot of different offers depending on your margins and brand. And yeah, so this one is for limited edition of 48 hours, so 24 hours after that one. You can have a last chance for the new offer email. Let's say last chance for 20% off. Your offer expires today. That type of angle, right? So here we like to test a plain text from the founder versus the classic designed brand's email. For both, just keep it really short and that it's the last 24 hours to use the new stronger offer. So if you opt in for a plain text, you could be like, hey, Michael, it's Michael like the customer. If you are, obviously if you have the data of the person, it's John here from X brand. Just want to let you know that your 20% off expires today. If you don't want to miss out the benefits of your product, use your code at checkout. Click here to shop, right? Stuff like that. So just make it really simple, really straight to the point, and really short. All right. So those are all the structures, and I just want to mention that there is no set in stone structure for any flows. Like these are just like a good rule of thumb to begin with. But what you want to do is test more, which we'll talk about in a minute, right? Alright, sorry guys, so my recording got messed up, so I had to pause the video, but yeah, I'm back. So I was saying there is no set in stone thing, you need to test different offers, but we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, for now, let's just check out some quick examples. So here we have an example of a welcome email number 1 from a brand called Sweet Kick. It's maybe one of my favorite emails ever, and I'll show you why. So first, in the line, what's called like a banter here, we have the code that the person just signed up for, right? So the pop-up said take 10%, 15% off, right? And they have like the button, so the person doesn't even have to scroll down. They can just click here, go back to the website and buy. Perfect. And here we have the headline. The headline says, Sweet Kick makes taking control of cravings easy. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words, and they literally tell you everything you need to know about their brand. So it's literally that perfect. Then we have some testimonials here that are kind of aligned with the hero image, so it's like extra bonus. And the testimonials are really skimmable, so not like long paragraphs that nobody bothers to even read, right? But yeah, really nice. And here we have the offer stated again. So what they did is they give you the offer, they told you about what the brand does, they gave you some social proof, right? And then they repeat the offer. So just in case you maybe missed this one, and this one is kind of bigger, right? So again, they gave you an option to shop now. And then they met your needs. So they basically said, what do you need help with? They didn't say these are all bestsellers. They said, what do you need help with, right? Because in e-commerce, you're solving people's problems. You're not selling products, right? I mean, you are solving problems with the products, but you get the point, right? So here he says, what do you need help with? Like energy, buy stuff for energy, hunger, buy stuff for hunger, total reset, so break your sugar habit, and yeah, this one. Now, maybe some people won't really understand what the brand sells from just this email, but again, they could include more in the next email, but what their brand really does, but even I'm not 100% sure, to be honest, but they basically sell stuff to help you kick your cravings, like most like sugar. Like here they have mints that remove the taste of sweetness to help you break your sugar habit. So really, really nice, really perfect email. All right, next one is from a skincare brand called Frank Body, also a really nice email. What I like about this brand is their funny type approach copy. Now, this is their first interaction with you, so I mean by email, of course, not by website, and they say, you know who's a lucky babe? Read that first word again, you. Right? So really nice copy, really sets the mood for an informal, friendly type instead of like cooperative type of brand, right? Again, they give you the discount code like early in the email. You can just copy this one and click on the CTA and go do your job and buy, right? So again, they are stating their unique selling points. Like here it says, I'm clean, I'm made from coffee, I'm a guy, and I make products that actually work, right? Now, the thing I don't like about this email so much is like too many CTAs with different call to action. Like here it says get clean, why coffee, remember, too many stuff, right? So that's the only problem. So I will maybe remove the CTAs and include like a one main CTA here. So like this one, so they can go to the product section and buy. And besides that, the thing they're also lacking is like a product section like we have here or here. But yeah, that will maybe make the email unnecessarily long. It's not like a must. But yeah, what I really like are these also icons, like unique selling points here, like wish it for free. But I think I really don't actually know what this means actually. And yeah, reviews, gift card. So yeah, overall are 9, 8 or 9 out of 10, right? Email. And lastly, we have an example from a brand called Wild. Again, we have a nice hero image of a lifestyle. So images of like here we have a product image, but here we have a lifestyle image of the product. And we notice that lifestyle images tend to perform better than just images of the product. Why? Because people understand it more, I guess, subconsciously, how the product is used. Yeah, I mean, this one is obviously a deodorant, but still. So yeah, they give you the, what's it called, the welcome code, like really cleanly here. It's not like really above the fold. You still have to scroll down a bit, but it's kind of obvious. If they had buried it somewhere here, it wouldn't be so good. But yeah, here we have a really nice, unique selling points from them. Here is what we go wild for. Here's what we stand for, right? Sustainability, no hidden nasties, convenience, and success. These are all very skimmable things. You don't even have to read this body copy here to understand what their brand stands for. And here they also have a really clean, cheeky, subtly social proof section. So they say over 7,000 sweaty people have given us a 5 thumbs up, so 5-star reviews for Wild, so like these deodorant stuff, 24-hour protection. Oh, really clean. And yeah, they have, and finally they have like this product section, which is like really clean. Get this one, this one case, 3 refills or 5 refills, right? Just shop down, really clean. All right, then we have how to set it up in Klaviyo. So each flow will include a video that I recorded of going over the manual sides of setting it up. Now I will only show this one for the welcome flow. I won't bother with the rest. Why? Because you will have this entire document in the link in the description. You don't have to subscribe, you don't have to pay me, you don't have to do anything. So you can just get it for free in the description. And yeah, now I'll play it in just a bit, but I'll show you why I'll only play this one. Oh, it seems the text is a bit buggy here. Let me just refresh it, sorry. Alright, we're back and the text is back again. So the first tip I want to tell you about the welcome email is to resend email number 1 to non-operants. Just change the subject line and preview text before they get the rest of the sequence, because the email number 1 is the highest converting email and you want as many people to see it as possible. So this is what I'm talking about. I'll just quickly play it. So here you'll notice I'll just go back a bit. So I added, so the trigger is when someone is added to the list. Then we have an email, so this is the welcome email number 1. Then we set a conditional split. And conditional split basically says, has the person opened an email at least once since starting this flow, right? So if the person hasn't opened an email, we'll just copy the first email here and resend it again, right? So they will again receive this one because they didn't open it, and 24 hours later after not opening, they will receive it. Why do we do this? Because again, it's the highest converting email and we want as many people as possible to see it. And if the person already saw the first one but they didn't bought, they will just continue with the new email, right? And you'll notice here I wrote for second email, non-openers, different subject line. So just change the subject line and that's it. But yeah, next tip is constantly remind people about the welcome incentive and other offers like free shipping and stuff like that in emails that are not about the incentive itself. Like here we have an example from SweetKick earlier. They use this in the first email, but I'm sure they can use it for the rest of the sequence, right? And here we have an example from Nola Skin Essentials, like a skincare brand. And you'll see a lot of brands doing this for campaigns and emails in general. So basically, if you have a free shipping threshold, like this brand has over $55, just use it. Just stay at this, it will convert better. And yeah, this brand used it in like the middle of the email. And here we have like this, like a testimonial email, and like the bottom they say shop 20% off, use this code for 20% off. I guess this is the welcome offer, right? So just use the incentive in the rest of the email because Even if people like it, giving them incentive is just another boost. Giving incentive to people is in 99% of the cases not a negative thing, right? Yeah. And next one, if you have retargeting campaigns, use it. We talked about this because if your current subscribers reacted well to it, if your current subscribers reacted well to it, your new subscribers will also. All right, next one, remove people who didn't open the first 3 emails because they probably used a burner email on your pop-up and they don't care about your email. Again, you can just use a conditional split saying, hey, did the person open after the 3 emails, right? If not, then just remove them from the flow. If yes, then just keep going. All right, so, and finally, really important, keep testing different offers, angles, email structures to find which one works best for your audience, because a small tweak can make a difference of tens of thousands of dollars. Now, I'll talk about more about this later on in like the section where we talk about how to optimize each email further. But yeah, really important, especially for the welcome flow. Because like I said there earlier, it's the highest, probably the highest revenue contributor. All right, next one, the site abandonment flow. Now, this flow is triggered when a person just goes to your website without checking out any product page or adding to cart and just leaves the website. Now, this flow is definitely not your money maker because it's more top of the funnel where the customer is cold. Instead of selling it to the people, what you want to do here is push the person to view a product or add a cart so that he or she can go further down the funnel. You want to make it about 2 emails long, at least one. Like I mentioned, the goal here isn't to sell, but to push people down the funnel so you don't really need that much emails, right? All right, so what to include in each email? For the first one, we like to do an angle of, hey, are you looking for something? Can we help you? Here are recommendations. So here, without being pushy, offer to give the person a hand in finding what they are looking for. Some people don't know exactly what they need, so a problem meets solution on steroids. Email works great. What do I mean by that? Let me show you an example immediately. So I mean like these 2 types of flows. So you'll notice, like I said, person maybe they know they need a product of your shop, but they don't really need what product from your brand they need. So these 2 brands are selling like bags, I believe, like laptop bags and stuff. And maybe the person doesn't know which bag works for their needs specifically, right? For the person. So here they have a question, and it makes it easy and laser focused to one product and makes it more personalized for them. So they can be like, oh yeah, this is perfect for me, right? There was like a really cool study on like what's it called, like the headache pills, right? And by just changing it to like headache pills for girls who are on their period, they were like 4x the sales, right? Because it was solving a specific solution rather a general one. And here it's for free. You can just freely solve a specific solution, and it will feel more personal to a reader, to your buyer, potential buyer, and of course it will make the chances of him buying more likely, right? So yeah, let's just take it out. So here it says, do you want a job? Yes, I'm on the hunt. Do you want a corporate or casual? I'm going corporate, and this is the one for you. I want to keep it casual. This one is for you. Stuff like that, right? Same here. Yeah, different types of copy benefits, but yeah. Yeah, so just imagine this. Let's say you were selling sneakers in like a physical brick and mortar store, right? And if the person walked into your shop and they weren't looking at specific products, like we mentioned here, the person didn't, without checking any product page, in this case any shoes, they were just looking around your store. You wouldn't be like, hey, these Jordans are very cool by approaching it, because they aren't looking at Jordans. Maybe they're looking for something else. So you'll be like, hey, are you looking for something? Can we help you? Here are our recommendations. So if the person was like, you ask them, what do you need your shoes for? They say, I need running shoes. Do you need to run sprints or marathons? I need to run marathons. Then these are for you, right? Stuff like that. All right, next one, more social proof testimonials. So here, a little trick is to tie the testimonials to a specific product the person was writing a testimonial on, and have a CT button next to it so that the person can click and check out that product's product page. So this way you're getting the person to view a product and thus go further down the funnel, because he will be added to the browser abandonment flow, at least if he doesn't add to cart or checkout or buy, right? So what do I mean by this tying a testimonial to a specific product? Like here, for example. So this testimonial is about this product specifically. And this brand could not include this testimonial. They could just have this section here saying the benefits of this product and like a CTA, and it will be fine. But for these purposes, it's really great to include a testimonial. Why? because if let's say this person is in the same position that the reader is, they will feel more connected, like we talked about for the welcome flow. They will feel more connected, and they will be like, so this person solved the problem that I have with this product, not this product. I want this product. If it was only the testimonial without the product, it wouldn't work so great, right? Because then the person maybe wouldn't click on it. So yeah, you get the point, I guess. So yeah, always tie the testimonials to the product so the person can be like, all right, I like this testimonials. I relate to this guy's story. Let me check out the product. They can click here and they will be directed to the product page, of course, not like your website or anything. But yeah, and finally, if they didn't buy, we like to use X reasons, let's say 3 reasons or unique selling points why you love our bestseller. Again, you're trying to get the person to go to the product page by showcasing the benefits of your product and telling them how they're different from other brands' products. And why a bestseller? Because it's the highest selling product on your website, so it has the highest chance of that person liking it. Because again, you don't know what that person specifically is. The bestseller is your best option to offer them, right? To talk about in the email as like the main topic of the email, right? But yeah, that's it for the site abandonment. Let's check out. So again, here is like the video how to set it up. So just click here, it will open it. It's kind of laggy right now, but yeah, just click on it. It will show you everything you need to set it up manually in Klaviyo. So yeah, again, the link is to this whole entire document, not like some condensed version, is in the description below. So important notes: don't be pushy. So just help the people find what product they want. If you are a single product store, then obviously you can talk more about a specific product. And if you have a unique product that's not really obvious how to use or how it works, you can also help people understand more about it. But again, don't go for the sale, just help them get to the further down the funnel. Like remember earlier we had that sweet geek brand, they were selling like sugar alternatives or whatever. Maybe it's not so clear, it's not like an everyday product, at least for me. Maybe an email talking about how to use it, maybe like a GIF for a person using it, or stuff like that, right? Something to make it really easy for the person to imagine themselves using that and solving their problem. So yeah. All right, moving on, we have the browse abandonment flow. So this flow is triggered when a person goes to a specific product page and just leaves without adding the product to cart. Again, just remind and get them to take another look to the specific product they were browsing. At this point, they're probably comparing it to other brands' product pages. So how are we different? Where you talk about your unique selling points, email or angles tends to perform really well. You want to make it about 4 or 5 emails long. We like to, at least 3, we like to have anywhere between 4 to 8 depending on the brand. So what to include? So here we have, I saw something you like let's go back to the shoes, like brick and mortar shoes example. Sorry, in this what's called flow, the person is looking at one shoe. They are looking at Jordans, for example. You will be like, hey, and the person saw the Jordans and they left, right? So you would be like, hey, did you saw something you like? Did you like these Jordans or stuff like that, right? So you want to specifically talk about that product they were browsing. You don't want to talk about Yeezys, like Kanye's West shoes. I forgot the names. But yeah. Alright, so here you want to leverage Klaviyo's dynamic product block to show the person the actual product they were browsing. Don't try to be salesy or pushy, just try to get the person to take another look, go back to the product page of that specific product. Again, you can use a Klaviyo code as a link so that the person clicks on it. It will take the person to the specific product page they were looking at. So yeah, next email 24 hours after that one, we like to do an us versus them. At this point, the person is probably comparing your product by looking at your product page with your competitors. Now, this is a great time where you can showcase your unique selling points, but also acknowledge your weaknesses and turn them into your strength. For example, let's say you're selling coffee and it's twice as expensive as your competitors. Instead of going around it, point it out and say, yes, our coffee is expensive, much more expensive than our competitors, these guys, but how much is then the benefits of your product? For example, no jitters, no afternoon crash, amazing taste, stuff like that, like we aren't exploiting African children or stuff like that, right? Worth to you. So yeah, we'll have an example later on. Next one, social proof. We have social proofs. If you don't have too many products, here's a little tip. You can set it up so that the testimonials you include in the email about that specific product the person was looking at. But if you have a lot of products, it's just a lot of work and hassle, so it's probably not worth it. And in that case, try to find testimonials that aren't about a specific product, but rather about your brand in general. Alright, next one, we like to give people a little incentive. So here we says X% off free shipping or any kind of incentive for the next 48 hours. Here you have the offer in the headline and include the dynamic product block from Klaviyo to show the person the specific product they were looking for. Again, use more direct approach type copy here. Just clearly mention that the offer will only last for 48 hours and that they can use it for anything they want site-wide. But of course, try to push on that product they were browsing because it has the highest chance of them liking it because they were already browsing that product, right? Alright, 24 hours after that one, you have a last chance. Again, clearly tell them that their exclusive offer expires in less than 24 hours and after that, it's gone. And here we have a little, just to squeeze out the most sale as possible, like a plain text from the founder, a short one. So 18 hours after a previous email, so 6 hours before their discount code expires, you have a quick short plain text telling them that they only got 6 hours before their offer runs out with a clear CTA that will lead into the product page they were browsing. So yeah, this can really be what's it called, a really simple email. So basically be like, hey, if you still want to get the product name, let's say if you still want to get this amazing coffee, name of the coffee, right, that they were browsing, you can get it 20% off or whatever. Just use your code X. It will only last for the next 6 hours, right? And a CTA, of course. So yeah, let's check out some quick examples. So here we have an example from a brand called Marine Layer, and they're selling like this fashion stuff. So it says, this catch your eye, it's worth another peek. Really simple, really clean, straight to the point copy. Then they have the dynamic product block of the product the person was browsing. So the person was browsing this specific Bridget Slim White leg crop, this brown thing is here, and they left the website. Alright, so 1 hour after they did it, the brand sent them automatically this email. It says they are ready if you are ready. Take me back. Right, perfect. And here we have another section. It's like you'd probably like these two product sections, right? But yeah, I'll talk about this in a minute. But yeah, you can click on each of these and it will take you to each of these. But yeah. And finally, we have some risk reversals, which are really good for all emails, not just browse abandonments, of free shipping and returns for 1 year, no questions asked. Risk reversals are always a good thing in every offer, but yeah. Alright, next we have from this brand, like a shoes brand called Kuro. Here the email starts with 100% free shipping and 40-day returns and shares. Well, really nice. So this is like a benefit, free shipping. Oh, everybody loves free shipping. And then we have some risk reversals. You have 45 days to try it, right? And it says heal the difference, right? You'll never feel shoes like that hug your heels quite like this. Keep browsing. The thing I would maybe change is, instead of this picture, I would use like a dynamic product block. Let's say the person was browsing this. So I would have this, the image of this shoe and the name of the shoe below, and then I will just get a copy and stuff like that. But yeah, overall, and here we have some really nice icon. I love this stuff. Built for heel pain relief. So it doesn't only have to be like shipping or returns or customer service. It can also be a benefit that your product really does well. For example, if you're selling, like here we have a cereal brand, it would be like best protein cereals in the world, whatever, right? We had like, if you were selling jeans, it would be like highly comfortable jeans made for, you get the point, right? Alright, and finally we have an us versus them email for a really cool brand called Surreal. They sell like cereals. If you're from the UK, I'm sure you heard of them. Let's just check out some copy. We're not like those other cereals. Sure, we got the same little O shape as the others, and we taste just as good. But they are the only similarities. Everything else is different. Dive in, and we have the graphics of a person diving into the cereals, right? And here is the comparison table. Over here we have the Surreal, this brand, and here we have other cereals. Sugar, we have no sugar, we have no net carbs, but we kill it with protein, right? So this is what makes us different, right? So told you we were different, ready to spoon a brand new type of cereal. I'm hungry like the city. Really clean, really nice email. Alright, here you have the video. So important notes, like we talked about earlier, you can tailor your browse abandonment flow to a specific product. So this again might be too difficult if you have a bunch of products, but if you have only a couple, then you can make the trigger that if a person viewed that specific product, but not a product in general, and then tailor that email for that product specifically. Again, use the testimonials about that product, use the benefits about that product specifically, stuff like that, right? And here, an interesting browser abandonment A/B test that's worth your while is testing a you might also like section where you can showcase other products in your cart, in your email, sorry. So what I'm talking about is this part here. Instead of just having this section without these things, you can just say, hey, you maybe also like these. So if you're saying like soaps, you can be like, hey, you forgot this soap. I mean, if you're saying like skincare, you could be like, hey, you forgot this soap, but we also got some moisturizers, cleansers, stuff like that. But you would also like, right? So again, it could improve the engagement by getting the person to click, but it also could distract them. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, but you'll never know until you test it out. So yeah, that's it for the browse abandonment. Now let's get into the abandoned cart. Now, quick note, a lot of brands confuse abandoned cart and abandoned checkout thinking that it's the same thing, but abandoned checkout is actually one step further down the funnel and the trigger in Klaviyo is different. The trigger for cart is when someone added to cart, but for checkout started it was when someone checkout started. So here is how it looks like in real life. So this is like a product page of a brand called Space Goods. So I just went to the product page and clicked add to cart. So I didn't go here secure checkout. I just clicked add to cart and this thing, my cart popped up on the right and I just left the website. So in this case, I left the cart. I abandoned my cart. But if I clicked here secure checkout and went to the classical Shopify checkout page and then left the website, then I will be added to the checkout started, like abandoned checkout. So small difference, but could mean a lot in revenue terms. So yeah, it should when a person goes to the cart and doesn't go to checkout and leaves the website. So the point of the flow. At this point, the person was a couple of clicks away from going to the checkout and doing the main thing you wanted to do, and that's buy. And here is a list of reasons why people abandon their cart. Firstly, life happens. Baby starts crying, somebody calls them, their cat starts meowing, stuff like that, right? Next will be still comparing with other stores and just wanted to save the items in their cart. This one is getting more and more typical, I'd say, in today's age. Technical issues, site crashes, internet dies, their card maybe wasn't working for some reason, stuff like that, right? Or having second thoughts if the product will work for them and if they picked the right one. So you want to make it about 5 emails long, at least 3. We usually have anywhere between 5 to 10 emails for both the abandoned cart and abandoned checkout flows. So first, we want to have a friendly reminder. You don't want to start pursuing or selling to the person in the first email because some of them are already ready to buy, but the life just happened, like we thought here, and they got distracted or were busy and forgot. Now, people can smell if you're desperate for a sale, and that will turn them off from buying. So keep this email simple, short, and friendly. Alright, for the next one, if the person hasn't bought, like 24 hours later, we go hard on the objections handling. So here you can start selling by handling all the objections they might have. Address stuff like shipping cost and time. Will the product work for them? What if it doesn't work? Do you offer a money back guarantee? And any specific objections your unique product might have. So after that, we like to again do some social proof. If at this point the person is still skeptical and isn't ready to buy, show them the people who were in the exact position as him or her and the results they achieved by using your product. Now here you want to try to find testimonials that have the structure of problem I had, feeling skeptical about the product but ended up buying it, the amazing results I got from it. So let's go back to the whey protein example from the beginning. So the problems I had. I'd tried different whey proteins formula, but I just couldn't put on any muscles. Feeling skeptical about the product, I ended up buying it. I thought this brand's whey protein is just another one trying to sell me their garbage protein, and it wouldn't work, but I just gave it a try, right? The amazing results I got from it. 2 months in, I got extreme rejects. People in the gym started noticing me. They were asking me, am I on gear? Am I on like steroids and stuff? And so yeah. Those type of structure testimonials tend to work the best. And then we have the classical X% off their entire cup for 48 hours. You'll notice similar pattern between abandonment emails. So again, if at the at this point, if the person hasn't bought, they probably need a little push to get them there. So give them X% off their entire cart for a limited period of 48 hours or so. Again, next one is last chance for X% off. Keep pushing for a sale with a more urgency-based approach. So again, we like to do really direct type approach copy here. So just directly selling. And again, 6 hours before the offer expires, plain text from the founder saying that they only got 6 hours before their offer and their cart is gone for good. Alright, let's check out some quick examples. So here we have an example from a brand called Little Hunter. It's like a dog food brand. So it says, did you forget something? And we have a dog staring at your soul, right? So what I would include maybe here is like a, what's it called? Like a go back to checkout, like finish your checkout, complete your order CTA. But yeah. Besides that, they have a really nice we saved your cart, then the dynamic product blocks. So the person left these 3 products in their cart. Get 40% off when you subscribe. And it's like a testimonial, quick testimonial, doesn't hurt anybody. So yeah, really nice. So unique selling points. Yeah, really good email. Next one's from a brand called Flinks. Your cart misses you. Again, they are missing a CTA in the first section, like CTA button right here. Have it way down here, but okay, because the transition is kind of smooth, and you know. But yeah, so here's what's waiting for you. So the benefits of the product or features, and yeah, more images. You see this email is kind of more based, image based, out of images compared to copy. That's because the brand is like some snacks or what's it called, toasters, pastries, so like food. You don't want to read about food, you want to see it, right? But yeah, here we have an email from like a ski wear brand called Half Days. This could be us. I would just say this could be us, but you didn't finish checkout or something like that. And again, include a CTA in the first section. Make mountain days better with gear that balances fit, function, and style. And this is the product you left. Pick up where you left off. Complete your order. And again, a nice picture. So overall, really nice emails. All right, so that's it for the examples. Let's check out some important notes. So here you want to leverage Klaviyo's dynamic product block. So it's a feature where you can have the exact products the person left be shown in their email, like the example from the start of this guide. Sorry about that. So here we have an example from a brand called Elite, like the cereal brand from the start. So you'll notice that I left the exact same products here, like chocolate pouch, bestseller bundle, that they sent me an email about, let's say, 30 minutes, I believe it was later. I also included these 2 products, but you cannot see them in the the screenshot here. But yeah, definitely leverage this. It's a game changer. Other than that, it's kind of buggy again. Let me just restart it. A second tip would be if you offer free shipping for orders above X, let's say like over $100 or whatever, have 2 separate abandoned checkout emails, or abandoned cart in this case, also abandoned checkouts, for people who qualify for free shipping and for people who don't. So for the people who do qualify, make sure you let them know by putting in the some headline or like the headline. So here, instead of like your breakfast just a few clicks away, I would say, hey, your order ships for free. Just complete your order so you can get your favorite cereals delivered to you in like 2 weeks or whatever for free, right? Just on top of my head, right? And yeah, other than that, really important, test different offers and incentives. In the email, you want to include the incentive. Here we have included in the third, or actually 4th email. So yeah, instead of like X% off, you can be like free gift with shipping or with purchase order or stuff like that, right? But yeah. Next one is the abandoned checkout flow. So it's triggered when a person goes to a checkout but doesn't place an order and just leaves the website. So the point of the flow is, although the abandoned checkout is one step after the abandoned cart, the customer journey and messaging are very similar. With that being said, the reasons why a person's abandoned at checkout are a bit different than why a person's abandoned their cart. So I would say that these are in like the order listed, right? Like the main order. So the biggest reason why people left their checkouts is because of unexpected cost at checkout, stuff like shipping, taxes, and stuff like that. Second is complicated checkout process where a person just feels overwhelmed. These are the worst, I know from experience, when they make you make an account to check out, stuff like that, right? And next one is the absence of security badges, customer reviews, or clean return policies. So here you want to make So this makes the person skeptical and lowers the trust and thus the desire for them to buy from you. And other than that, we have life happens, babies are crying, somebody calls them, stuff like that, right? And other than that, comparing checkouts, these four are similar, are the same actually from the abandoned cart. But yeah, so you want to make it about as long as the abandoned cart, at least 3 emails, around 5. So yeah, now really important, I mean not really important, but a note, the abandoned cart and checkout email structure will look pretty similar because the reader is already in a pretty similar customer. So yeah, again, we have the friendly reminder for the first one because maybe life happens, so you don't want to push him. So same as we talked about for the abandoned cart, friendly reminder that they forgot to check out and offer them to click and go back to the checkout. Difference is that for this email, when a person clicks on the CTA button, they should be redirected to the checkout page where they left off rather than the product page with the products in their cart. And you can leverage a Klaviyo's like code, dynamic link for this. I'll talk about it in a minute. But yeah, next one, handle objections. Again, similar to abandoned cart, objection handling email. Big difference is that here you want to double down and really point out the money back guarantee offer if you have one, and like risk reversals like that. Next one, same structure, social proofs, like same angle that the email itself as the abandoned cart email 3, and for the rest, same structure as the abandoned cart. Yeah. Again, X% off, last chance, and plain text from the fountain. So yeah, some quick examples. Now, this one is maybe one of my favorite emails I read because I like funny type approach. It's like from a brand called Liquid Death. I'm sure you heard of them. So let's just read it quickly. We're worried about you. Hey, it's me, the guy who writes all the emails from Liquid Death. Listen, I don't like to break characters like this, but did you die or get kidnapped or something like that, right? So it seems like you were about to finish checking out on site and you just suddenly stop. So hope everything is cool. If it is, you should finish your purchase so I don't get sent back to the ice mines again. Thanks. And here we have the product they left and finish checking out. Again, more stuff you don't need. So like really 10 out of 10 copy, like this is the peak of what funny copy approach looks like. But yeah, so this is just an example that you don't have to make it boring, right? You don't have to be like, did you forget something or something like that. So find what works for your brand. Other than that, we have an example from a brand called Health Aid. It's like a brand that helps with your gut better, more optimized, right? So you're one click away from ruining a happy review. Don't overthink it. Go with your gut. Again, I maybe wouldn't include the CTA because the transition is so good. But yeah, you get the point. You want to have a CTA button on top of the email so the person can just click on it. But yeah, your gut is 100 trillion microorganisms strong. Give them a morale boost with the goods you got right here. And then we have the dynamic product block. So yeah, really cool, really simple. And finally, we have the example from Elite, like the one we talked about earlier. Breakfast just is near Elite. It's just a few clicks. Complete your order. Really clean, really good email. We have some supporting copy, but overall it's really nice. Alright, so important notes. Again, leverage Klaviyo's dynamic product block. And other than that, make the links redirect into the checkout page rather than your website by using this code from Klaviyo. Event.extra.checkout, what's called like downline, I don't know, URL. And yeah. And same for the abandoned cart, if you offer free shippings for above a certain threshold, have 2 separate abandoned checkouts emails saying, hey, you qualify for free shipping, right? So just because it's a really big incentive, really big it's called benefit, right? It will definitely outperform if you just say your breakfast in the elite. I mean, this is good copy, but that direct benefits will definitely outweigh the good benefit copy, right? You get the point. And yeah, and finally test different offers incentives, really important. Alright, so we are done with the pre-purchase emails, flows. Let's check out some post-purchase. So here we have the post-purchase thank you or upsell flow. It triggers when a person places an order for the first time. So what's the point of the flow? Well, first of all, you should probably actually thank the customer because they literally just gave you money. Second, you want to remove buyer's remorse and assure them that they did the right thing by buying from you. Third, guide them on how to use your product so they can get the most out of it depending on the product you sell. And fourth, your favorite, get them to buy more. So you want to make it about... And now this one, so how long you want to make it? This one heavily depends on your brand. what kind of products you sell. Do you want to upsell, cross-sell them? Do you have a loyalty system? Stuff like that. So it's really hard to tell, but at least one. Alright, so what to include in each email? For the first one, just give them a sincere thank you. What we found is that works really great from this email is like a plain test for the founder, of course, if it's possible for your brand. So 30 minutes after the trigger, not instantly, because a person might cancel or refund the order, and 30 minutes should be enough time, right? Here, definitely implement a plain text from the founder, thanking the buyer, and again restating the mission or the benefits of his action, in this case, buying. Important note is to not be a pushy or a sleazy salesman, but including a PS if you would add X to your product, we'll ship it all together in one go. It's a great way to upsell without being too pushy. And let's say you're giving like people X% off for a thank you for buying as like a token of appreciation. You would be like, you also got 20% off, and if you want to add anything else for the store, you can name also specific products. We'll just ship it all together in one go if you order right now, or like in 4 hours or 6 hours, right? Alright, next one, remove buyer's remorse and further and tell them about the delivery timeline. Now, if you ever bought anything online, you know that little euphoria and excitement you get after you place your order. The problem is that excitement can be followed by a buyer's remorse when a person gets second thoughts if they made the right decision. So make them stay on the excitement train by telling them the delivery timeline and all the great benefits they can expect. Alright, for email number 3, we like to do a how to get the most or keep the quality of the product. So here, if you're selling whey protein, mention how instead of mixing it with milk, they should mix it with water to absorb the protein better. I don't know if this is true. This is what a gym guy told me like 5 years ago in the locker room. But yeah, if you're selling jewelry, guide them to how to keep it looking nice and not break and stuff like that. So yeah, next one is follow us on social media. So here you want to encourage them to follow you on socials and leave comments and things like that to help your whole e-commerce funnel, your whole email e-commerce ecosystem flourish further. Alright, so let's check out some quick examples. We have a really nice example from a pet brand called PetLab.co. So it says, welcome to the pack, Dustin. Now this Dustin is a dynamic, it's like a variable, so it will adapt on the name of the buyer, right? So if I bought it, it would say, welcome to the pack, Wookman, or whatever name I inputted into checkout, right? So yeah, welcome to the pack. They say by choosing us, you help support your pup's health. You start their journeys towards a happier, tail wagging life, right? So this is the benefit, this is the thing you want from this purchase, right? Enjoy 10% off. So again, a token of appreciation, really nice, really visible. So that's like, it's not like hidden here that they got a discount. Yeah, our mission, again, state the mission and reasons why people should buy from you. Yeah, so nice icons here. And yeah, the thing is they offer a subscription, but in this case, the person didn't subscribe. So you want as many people to subscribe as possible, right? So here it says not ready to commit. If you choose to subscribe, you'll never have to worry about running out of your probiotic chews. And here is a really nice design / copy section where you can easily skim through the benefits of subscription, right? And then you have a chance to subscribe. So lowest prices, pause and cancel anytime, surprise free gifts, free shipping. So really nice benefits. And yeah, there are some more products you can shop. So overall, a 10 out of 10 email from the Pet Lab. Next one is from a perfume brand, and it says how to get the most out of your perfume. So you can have a how to get the most out of your product. If you're selling TVs, you can say how to get the most out of your TVs. If you're selling coffees, how to get the most out of your coffee, stuff like that. And here they have like some tips. Sorry for the low resolution, couldn't find. I just had some problem with the screenshot, but yeah, I hopefully it's visible. So it says tip number 1: protect your perfume for direct lighting. Avoid the bathroom. Store your fragrance in a dry place. Keep your perfume in a place with constant temperature and keep the bottle closed. So all the great tips for a person to keep their products, right, and get the most of it. And yeah, and finally we have an email from, it's like an order confirmation email from Athletic Greens. It says your order is on the way, and you can just click here to track it. So it says meet your new healthy habit. Now remember that I talked about earlier that you want to keep the person on that excitement train, right? And what better way to do so is by showing them all the other persons who were in the same position that they started using the product and they all got a results that the person is hoping to get by buying this product. So here it says from Sarah, a customer of this brand, says, since starting with Athletic Greens AG over 3 years ago, I haven't missed a day. I get sick less, feel better and stronger. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Welcome to the AG family. So again, these are all the benefits the person is looking to get by buying these brands' products. So yeah, overall, really nice. Alright, so important notes. Now, this flow is heavily dependent on your brand and your product. Outline all the important stuff you would like your customer to know and include them into your post-purchase sequence. If you're selling stuff that are hard to use, make sure it's easy to understand in your post-purchase, of course. If you're selling like high-end technology stuff, make sure you simplify it for the person, for the buyer, right? Other than that, in this guide, I won't talk about flows for people who order 2, 3, or 4 times besides the VIP flow. When I say VIP, I consider people who bought 3 times. Because again, it really depends on your brand, but you still want to make different emails for each flow. For example, if the person bought 2 times, you can be like, hey, thank you again. Again, if they didn't subscribe, you can again push for subscription and stuff like that. Yeah. Alright, the replenish and reminder flow. So it's trigger X days, the average amount of days a person is about to run out of the product, minus a week after the person's order was fulfilled. So obviously, if you sell stuff that people don't need until they're like broken old, like a mattress, furniture, stuff like that, you won't really need a replenishment reminder flow because there is nothing to replenish, obviously, right? But if you sell stuff like coffee, supplements, skincare products, stuff that people need to buy again every month or so, then the replenishment reminder flow can be a big revenue generator for you if done well. So you want to make it about 3 emails long, at least 1. Depending if you want to include a discount or not, we usually have anywhere between 3 to 5 emails. So for the first email, we like to do a time flies type angle. So in a friendly manner, tell them that it's been X days since they got their product. And that's where usually people need to restock. Nothing too crazy or pushy, just make it seem just as a friendly reminder, right? And next one, want to keep having benefit. So instead of focusing on the product itself, focus on the benefit that the product they ordered gave to them. For example, if you're selling skincare brands, ask them if they want to keep having a clean, beautiful skin. So that's the benefit of skincare products, right? If you're selling whey protein, ask them if they want to continue gaining muscles. So pretty simple. Next one, here's a little something. Here we like to introduce a little discount just to push the people over the edge. So give them a discount to restock on the product they ordered. Make it seem that it's the perfect time because they should be running low at this point, and the discount is like a bonus, like a cherry on top, right? So yeah. Next one, last chance for X% off. Again, just say it's the last chance to use the discount code from this email. Press on both the pressure and the urgency points that they are running low on the product, plus their exclusive discount is expiring in less than 24 hours, right? So they need 2 things to handle, and you can do it in what? So your discount is expiring, and you're also running low on your coffee or whatever, right? So 2 birds, 1 stone. Make it seem like a no-brainer for the customer. And last, we have our plain text from the founder, same as email 4, but with even more pressure because now they only got 6 hours left before to use the discount code, right? Before the discount code expires. So again, it's 18 hours after the previous email, so 6 hours. Alright, let's check out some quick examples. So here we have one from Skin. I believe it's like a hair care brand. It says, down to the last drop, don't run out, reorder and save 10% off. So really nice. So let's see what it says. I stepped in the shower and realized I ran out of everything. We got you covered ASAP. So this is the product the person orders, so you can just restock it. And I know you love this too. Some product recommendations, right? That are go well with this product. But yeah, really nice email. Next one is also from a skincare brand. It says, nothing lasts forever. Fortunately, it's easy to reorder. And I have like this bar of soap that the person already ordered. They can just reorder now. So it says, just a friendly reminder that it may be the time to replenish this product. Reordering is easy. And then we have some, unique selling points or benefits here. So enjoy everyday shipping when you create an account, worldwide delivery, get some rewards, discover your skin personality. Really nice. Finally, we have one from a razor brand, Harris. So it's about that time. According to our calculations, you might be low on blades. Here's a friendly reminder to restock before you run out. Restock blades. Really nice, really straight to the point. Clean email. Oh yeah. Okay, important notes. Test the time delay. For example, 7 days before the person is expected to run out versus 1 day. This really makes a big difference because the urgency really hits the nail on the head here, right? So if, for example, if you're selling like coffee and you could be like, hey, are you scratching at the bottom of your bag? Don't wake up the next morning without your favorite coffee, going grungy to work by not having your morning coffee, stuff like that, right? So make them seem the negative stuffs they will have without your product, right? If it's like we mentioned earlier, whey protein, don't lose muscle out of nowhere because you're not using a whey protein anymore, right? You get the point. All right. The VIP flow. So, like I said earlier, VIP can mean a lot of things, but for the sake of this guy, let's just say it's a person who bought 3 times. So it's triggered when a person places hers or his third order. What's the point of the flow? Now, a big portion of your revenue will come from your VIP, so treat them good because they deserve it. Give them exclusive discounts, early access to new products, a say or vote for the future products, etc. Also, besides revenue, these people are a gold mine for gathering more information about your ideal customer profile so you can know how to advertise your marketing messages better and thus convert better, thus have more customers, right? Alright, so you want to make it about 5 emails long, at least 3. We usually have like 5 emails, but we also create specific campaigns about whether the promo topic is about for the VIP segment only. So what I mean by this, so let's say we are doing a drop, right? And we cannot make a flow about a drop that we don't know in advance. So let's say we're making a drop and we want to give early access to our VIPs, let's say 3 hours or 1 day early access. So we will create specific campaigns about for this segment only of the VIPs, so the people who bought at least 3 times. So yeah, so first email, you are now a VIP. Plain text from the founder, welcoming them to the VIP list and telling them about the perks they will enjoy. So really simple. And yeah, for the next one, you can also include a discount, like this juicy VIP discount in this one, but you can also wait a bit further because, again, they might buy again without giving them the discount, right? And so exclusive juicy VIP discount. This is like 5 days after the previous email. So you want to reward them with a generous discount if your profit margins allow you to, that expires in 1 month or so. No pressure on them to use it in a day or 2. So again, treat them like royalty. Now, next one is really important, quick survey. Ask them to fill out a survey and let you know why they like your brand so much. A good argument would be to have a survey in your previous email and then give the people the discount when they finish the survey, incentivize them to actually go through it. But what we found is that when people buy 3 times, they generally like their brand and will take the time from their days to help them, right? So instead of, like I said here, you could first take the survey and then be like, if you finish the survey, we'll give you a discount. But if you give them the discount code up front, then they will be more likely to even finish. It's kind of like a reverse psychology thing, if you'd like. But yeah, you can also include another different offer for them if they fill out the survey. If you give them here like 30% off, you can here be like, and also get free shipping if you finish the survey, stuff like that. But yeah, next one, exclusive VIP discount reminder. Again, if you included a discount, then here we said like 31 month of discount. So discount will expire after a month. On email 4, we like to do so 20 days after the previous one. Remind them that they're exclusive VIP discount, and if you made it time limited, 1 month for example, tell them how much they got left to use it. And again, a couple of days later, your VIP discount expires soon. Again, if the discount is time limited, remind that it expires in X days. Plain text from the founders will be great heroes. So yeah, that's the structure for the VIP flow. Let's check out some examples. So here we have one from a brand that's saying a last call for VIP $20 like a gift card, right? So we gave you this $20 because you are a VIP, right? Exclusive offers, use this code. As you can see, that's like a Black Friday, but yeah, it's only for the VIPs. Really nice. Here we have one saying you're officially a VIP because it's your third order with us. You unlock Vinci Coffee VIP status, and with it you get. So again, like I mentioned earlier, name the perks. So exclusive discounts, dibs on new drops, early access sales. And if you offer a subscription and the person didn't subscribe, they're really likely to subscribe because they bought so many times. So did you know that you can get 30% off when you subscribe, right? No obligations, you can cancel anytime. Alright, and here we have like a survey asking email for the VIPs. share your thoughts, get rewarded. So get free shipping when you take the survey. Again, really clean, really nice. Yeah, so important notes: treat these people good and make sure they know and feel like a VIP. And next one is not really a flow related tip, but you want to create and send campaigns uniquely to your VIP segment, especially before a new product drop, or a big sale. I talked about this earlier, but yeah. Alright, the win back flow. So it's triggered when somebody placed an order and didn't place another order in X days, 75 days, for example. So the point of the flow is to get the person to buy again after it's been a while. So this one is similar to the replenish reminder flow. The biggest difference is that the win back flow is basically triggered after a longer period of time. So the person didn't have any buying connection. The person didn't bought from the brand, let's say in 75 days, and you want to bring them back, right? You'll be like, hey, been a while. Why did you come back and buy, right? So yeah, around 3 emails, at least one, again, depending if you want to include a discount or not. Email number 1, been a while, so acknowledge that it's been X days since they got the product, and in case they are interested in getting benefit, if it's whey protein, if you're interested in getting leaner or jacked again, they can report. Next one, showcase different products. So here you want to leverage Klaviyo's dynamic product block to show the person the different products you have in collection that offer different benefits from the one they already bought. Now, if you don't have a lot or at all different products, try to come up with a different angle showcase and there is something new about the product they ordered. So yeah, just try to come up with a different benefit the person maybe didn't think about, right? Next one, again, here's something similar as replenishment. Reminder for give them a bribe, so a discount, for example, to come back and buy some more. Last chance for the product, a last chance Hail Mary, trying to get them back, and finally a plain text from the founder. You know the structure. These 3 are goated structure for getting people for pushing people over the edge, right? I mean, over the buying edge, right? So yeah, let's check out some quick examples. We miss you, get 50% off your next order. So we are not embarrassed to say it, we miss you. A really great copy, really generous offer, like 50% off. So yeah, and some product section, the person can buy. Really nice, really. Now this one is also one of my favorite emails, one of my favorite brands. It's called Graza. It's basically like olive oil. What's it called? The brand. So it does like a funny, like graphic weird stuff. So, do you have a month? Yes. Has it been graced with the taste of always fresh, never blended olive oil recently? So their brand's olive oil. And no, doesn't squeeze bottle sound fun? Yes. Set up your Graza subscription. And no, when you're ready to experience the sweet bliss of single origin Evo, you know where to find us. Order, sizzle, and riddle. Right? So really clean. And finally, we have a see what's new. So if you had more products while the person didn't bought recently, you can have a see what's new email, telling them about the new products you have. In this case, it's different pajamas. So a person would be like, maybe it's like holiday season and they get like a Christmas pajama. Yeah, right. So, you can also be like, by the way, take 50% off your next purchase. So yeah, and I'm sure this email is kind of cut off, but I'm sure a product section here would kill it, talking about the new products that's in the store. But yeah, important notes: promote other complementary products that go well with the product they already bought. So here, if you're selling cereals, sell them milk with the cereals, right? If you're selling TV remote, sell them batteries. So let's sell complementary products to increase your AOV. All right. And next one and final one, the sunset flow. Now this flow is triggered when somebody joins an unengaged segment or hasn't opened an email in the last 120 days or so. 120 days like a default sunset flow time period. So the point is to try to re-engage people who haven't been engaging with your emails, and if they don't engage again, then remove them from your subscribers list so you can improve your deliverability and not pay for Klaviyo daily profile, right? Because if a person isn't engaging, Klaviyo won't automatically remove them. They will just charge you for that specific active profile until you manually suppress it or via a flow automatically, in other words. About 2 emails long, at least one. We usually have 2 emails for this flow. So the first one, a plain text from the founder immediately after trigger. So immediately after someone hasn't opened an email in the last 120 days. It's a plain text from the founder asking them why they haven't been engaged and directly telling them that if they don't want to receive your emails, they can unsubscribe and give them a clear option to do so. Don't worry, unsubscribes aren't terrible. You want people to unsubscribe. You don't want people who are not engaging with you to keep them on your list, right? Trust me, it's better for deliverability. I mean, too many crazy unsubscribe rate is really not good, but they are healthy in certain limits, right? All right, next one, we hate goodbyes. So tell them that if they don't click on the CTA button, they will be removed from your email automatically. And they won't be removed, but if they don't click, they will be automatically removed. Kind of like a less chance to stay on board. So let's check out some quick examples. We have one from this brand called Levi. I butchered the name, but I'm sure you know the brand. Hi, it's been a minute. Yeah, sorry what's been going on. That's okay. We just miss you. Do you still want to hear from us? And 3 dots texting. And then they have the option skip and subscribe or unsubscribe. Really good email. Next one, this is the last email you see. And so if you don't engage, we will just remove you automatically. And you can also receive 20% off if you buy again. So like a last chance giving them to engage back. So yeah, and finally we have one from a brand called Ready Mag. Says, you haven't opened any of our recent newsletters. So in a week, we're going to unsubscribe you from regular updates. If you want to say subscribe to our newsletter, please click the button below. So if the person received this email, they didn't click in the time period of 7 days, they will be automatically removed from their list. So yeah. Tips, approach this as if you want to end a year-old relationship that just isn't going to work out. Don't blame it on the other person or be rude. Just let them know it's over and give them a chance to re-engage again and maybe rebuy again, like this brand did with a little discount. Oh yeah, right. So that's the last of the 10 flows, the 10 big flows I wanted to talk about, 10 most essential, important flows. But other than that, we have other flows you can leverage. Now, these flows aren't really game changers, but over time they can be really useful and can contribute to your revenue. So first one is the birthday flow. Now, the way you collect birthday information is usually by a pop-up. I mean, we don't include them. I think it's just unnecessary. I believe it will hurt conversions. And other than that, you can have birthdays collected by checkouts. So, or you can have a campaign telling people to enter their birthdays. But I won't recommend. It's not really such a big deal for it to be a specific campaign. But yeah, so birthday flow basically when their birthday comes up, they will automatically receive an email. You can give them a discount. You can be like, "Hey, happy birthday! Take 20% off for us." And if you don't want to include a discount, you can be from the angle of, "Hey, it's your birthday. Treat yourself with our product, right? Our benefits of our product." Yeah, other than that, shipping update flows. Now, these are really good for keeping people on that excitement post-purchase train we talked about. You can have like order has been shipped, so constantly update the person on their product delivered, right? Order has been shipped, it's out for delivery, it's delivered, it should be here, stuff like that. Next one is review request flow. Again, we use this one as an email in the post-purchase, but you can make an entire flow about this. You'll be like, "Hey, please let us know, we'd like to hear your thoughts on it," stuff like that. Next one is first purchase anniversary flow. So if a person bought and 1 year later it's your anniversary with them, so you could be like, "Hey, it's our anniversary today. It's been 365 days since you bought the product. Like, have a drink on us. I mean, have a 20% off on us," or stuff like that. Yeah, and finally we have a back in stock flow. Now this one can be a really good flow. It's basically made if people subscribe to a list that you made for a specific product if it's out of stock, and they would be notified when a product is actually in stock, and make it real. Don't like fake it that it's not out of stock. Yes, those things are really, people can see through them, right? It's not really the best. But yeah, those are the other flows you can leverage besides the main ones. So yeah, now let's talk about the tips to get the most out of your flows and how to keep optimizing them over time. Because flows are not a setup for getting, and you want to keep optimizing them so you don't leave any money on the table. So tip number 1, turn smart sending off. Now, smart sending basically means if a person should receive an email, let's say, for example, they abandoned their checkout and they trigger the abandoned checkout email, but they already received another email in a certain time period, Klaviyo's default is 16 hours, then they will be skipped and will not receive the abandoned checkout email. So this basically says, Did the person receive an email in the last X period, usually 16 hours, is default Klaviyo's hours. If yes, then they will be skipped and we will not send this email to them. So that's like the Klaviyo's logic. You want this turned off because you want as many people as possible to receive your flow emails, because at the end of the day, more emails equal more sales. Now, the only reason you maybe want to have this on is if you're having like deliverability issues, but in that case, I would just turn the emails in the flows, so the not high engaging flows, and just wait for your deliverability to be better, then put them back on. But yeah, the way you turn off smart sending is you go to the flow, you click on the email, then this thing will pop up on your right, and you just uncheck this skip recent email profiles, and then click save, and that's it. Yeah. Next one, A/B test individual emails in your flows. So your email sequences are not a set and forget thing. You want to constantly A/B test different angles, copy, design to see which performs best for your audience, especially for the welcome flow, the checkout abandonment, or post-purchase, or flows that are high revenue contributors, right? So how do you A/B test? So basically, again, you go to the flow, you click on the email, you scroll down on the right. Here it says create A/B test. Click here and it will get you to this page, right? Here, if you want to, let's say you want to A/B test a subject line. So what I would do is I would keep the subject line in this email and in this one. So what this does is basically copies the email. So it's the same two emails, but then you change, you tweak anything, and then you click publish test. Then 50% of the traffic will go to one email and the other 50 will go to the other. I mean, you can manually set the traffic to, let's say, 80-20 or something like that. But yeah, so if I want to test the subject line, I would just change the subject line here and we enter a new one and then click publish test. And then after some time period, it can also be automatically if Klaviyo gets enough data to statistically make a decision. But you can also, and most of the time you will, just manually choose a winner. And the winner, obviously, the one that makes more profit. All right. Next one, split test different welcome offers. So this one is a really high leverage A/B test. So let's say you want to test two different offers for your welcome flow. For example, 10% off against 50% off. First, you need to A/B pop-up test and then go. So first, you need to make an A/B pop-up test and go to one of the pop-ups, it doesn't matter which one, and click on the button that people click on when they enter their email on the pop-up. So in this case, this one here, right? Then this thing will pop up and you have like the profile property and value. So here you want to select source and then enter anything. So manually type in anything. In this case, I wrote 10% off because it's more organized. Note, you don't have to write anything for the other 50% off pop-up. Just make sure it's not 10% off or whatever you wrote. So basically you can write blah, blah. It doesn't matter, just as long as it's not this specific 10%, right? Okay, after that, what you want to do is go to your welcome flow and drag a conditional split before your emails. For the conditional split, select properties about someone, then select source and type 10% off, just 10%, sorry, or whatever you wrote in the pop-up source section here, right? So this is how it looks like. So drag a conditional split, then choose source, and then in the source it will be like, then you will manually type what do you want to be the source, right? So on the yes pad, add your 10% off welcome email one, and on the no pad, and the other 15% off one, and the other sequence of the welcome flows for the 15% off and for the 10% off. So yeah, so what this does is basically you say, did the person enter their email on the 10% off pop-up? Yes, then they will receive the 10% off email. Did the person enter on another one? Doesn't matter which one. No, then they will get added to the rest of them. Now, if you want to have 3 offers at the same time testing, then you will have to add another conditional split and with that another offer. So you get the point. And yeah, that's it. The people who have signed up for 10% off on the pop-up will receive the 10% off email, and the people who sign up for the 15% off on the pop-up will receive the 15% off email. Now, all you need to do is check the data and see which one performs better in terms of profit and just go with that one. Really simple. All right. The next one, A/B test time delays. So here you want to make sure you leverage the conditional split to test the time delays on your flows. I would strongly recommend you testing the time delay after you send your abandoned flows, especially the abandoned cart and abandoned checkout. Again, drag the conditional split before your emails and choose the random sample and select the 50%, meaning you'll split the traffic in half so that the test results are more reliable, right? So again, is part of a 50% of random sample here. So in this case, we're testing 30 minutes against 1 hour, right? So after you're done with testing and want to choose a side, time delayed at 1, simply select the 100% on the is part of a 100% sample, or 0% if the no side one. So 100% if the yes side one, and 0% if the no side one, right? In this case, 1 hour is the no side, yes is 30 minutes. For example, above 30 minutes against 1 hour, let's say 30 minutes 1. So I would simply update this random sample conditional split to 100%. What we'll say is the person part of 100% random sample? So everybody is part of this sample, so everybody will go here, right? And none will go here because everybody is part of the sample, right? So yeah. And the finally, last one is really important. So test, and test some more. While general guides and strategy can be a great way to start building a well-oiled money-making machine called flows, there is no one-for-all solution when it comes to email flows for e-commerce brands. You need to constantly test new things and adapt on the result to see what works best for your audience. And although there's a million stuff you can test, here is a list of high needle moving tests you can do. So first one is the welcome flow offer. We talked about it earlier. Welcome email 1, mostly about the fall section. Length of the email, plain text from the founder against graphic-based designed emails. Time delays, like we talked about earlier. How early you give the discount code in your abandoned flows. Example, second email or third email, or maybe even the first email. Subject line, a preview test, and especially for emails 1, and especially for email 1 of the welcome flow. So yeah, these were the 5 tips on how to keep optimizing your flow so you can get the most out of it. And yeah, now we have a limited time offer. So we are offering a complete, uniquely tailored, not templatized welcome sequence for your e-commerce brand with no obligations or payment. So completely for free. You don't even have to schedule a call with me. All you have to do is email me at wookman@emailgrandmasters saying you're interested in the free welcome flow offer, and I'll reply with further info, and in less than a week, you'll have your welcome flow up and running. So again, completely for free. You don't even have to schedule a call, don't have to pay me anything or enter your email somewhere or stuff like that. You don't even have to sign us up to work on your email marketing. Again, it's completely for free. Now, this offer will be available until the 1st of March. So if you're watching this video in March 2025, it's already too late. But hit me up. Maybe we can agree on something. But yeah, that's it for this flow guides. I really hope you guys got some value from it. So if you need any help with creating your brand's email flows or have any questions about the guide, just leave me a comment below or send me an email at wookman@emailgrandmasters.com. And of course, we have a shameless plug to end the video. If you want to add 30K to 160K in new monthly revenue with all done for your email marketing, so feel free to book a free discovery call where we'll go over your current setup, and if it makes sense for us to work together, we'll offer you 100% performance-based, so no upfront charges, all done for your email marketing service that will generate you at least 30,000 in new monthly revenue guaranteed under 60 days. So yeah, I really hope you guys got value from this video. So again, this whole document will be in the description below, so it will be the first link, so you can just grab it for yourself. And yeah, if you have any questions, do let me know. Thank you for sticking to the end, and see you in the next one. Bye.